Your video team is at Reclaim Means Business 2025, where business meets burlesque. Hello and welcome back to Reclaim Means Business 2025. I am joined by the gorgeous Angela. Hello.
Hello, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming over and speaking to us. Angela, tell everyone and me what you do.
So I help teams to perform. I help teams when they are going through change in the business, or leaders who are struggling with their teams who just aren't really connecting, they're not really kind of getting on well. I help to make them be ignited, passionate and happy in the workplace.
Wow, that's amazing. Whoa. So what's brought you along to Reclaim Means Business?
So what's brought me along today is an inspiration boost for myself. So learning more about the creative and the business industry coming together, just looking at things from a different perspective, because when you only have a narrow focus or you do the same thing every day or you're with the same people every day, proximity is power. So being around new people, new ideas, it just really helps to reinvigorate your own ideas for your business.
That's so, I mean, we're being yelled at. No, 5 minutes, we're good. So I suppose this is the thing, right? This is exactly the right environment to broaden, because we are opening up ourselves now to so many more neurodiverse and abilities and things like that, and actually not going all, but going, how to embrace that superpower.
Yeah, exactly. And both my children are neurodiverse. So the eldest one is nearly 15 in 2 days' time, and he is autistic and ADHD. The youngest one is 7. He's undiagnosed autistic, but definitely autistic. I'm undiagnosed ADHD, so it's all in the family is neurodiversity. But this is probably actually, on reflection, the first time I've been around a whole community of neurodiverse people. And also I've just been at the stand buying badges for being a proud parent, because my son is gay, and they were telling me all about the different badges, and I've learned so much just of a different community that I'm part of, but I never really felt part of before, and now I feel completely included.
That's amazing. And you know, it's really lovely, isn't it? Because I was talking, funny enough, to the same stand, because they've got the book about, the pocket book, and I was like, whoa, there's so much.
So interesting,
But sometimes I feel bad that would be perceived as a straight white woman, when actually I'm opening up. I want to open up that world to my children and go, this is actually the real world. This is what the world should look like. And by having that badge as well is opening up that we would cross paths and be like, me too. Like,
exactly,
okay, cool. Like,
it starts a new dialogue, doesn't it?
Exactly that, and it's really important. So how do you bring that into teams?
The neurodiversity side, or the community side, or just anything in general?
Yeah, what is it you bring in?
I think it's quite interesting to just understand individual differences in teams, because you get these group of amazing people, right? You've recruited them because they're great at what they do, but then just when you put them together, it's like having an amazing football team and you've got 12 David Beckhams on the team, but you know, they can't all do the same thing, or you've got a David Beckham and a Ronaldo, and they're all amazing, but it's the way in which people come together as a collective that makes the power of a team. So I look at what's their superpowers, what are they individually bringing, and what does that collectively mean? I look at how do you value and recognise those contributions of other people. Because a lot of people look and think people are, oh God, I don't get on with that person, or I really find it difficult with that person because they don't think the same way as me, or I don't know why they're behaving like that. But actually value that different contribution, because they're going to give you a whole new perspective that you weren't thinking of yourself. So that's the type of thing that I start to go in and do.
That's so magical, because a lot of creative business owners we talk to predominantly are neurodivergent and have started their business because they didn't fit in. Into a corporate world where they were like, I'm a brilliant web designer or a marketeer, but they couldn't understand how I worked, and so they start a business. But actually, that's not what they want either. So by having a leader and a team that can give them that security, and you teaching the businesses how to do that, that's quite a superpower of your own.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's a superpower that I'm very pleased and proud to have, to be honest. So I'm known as the High-Performing Team Strategist, so really helping teams to have a strategy to perform. Because again, even when you've got those individual superpowers, that's all well and good, but what are you trying to actually achieve together? Because coming back to that football analogy, if you put a lot of football players on a basketball field, just because they're amazing at football doesn't mean they're going to be amazing at basketball.
No.
Is the rules of the game clear? Is the purpose, is the vision of where the business in your team is going clear? Does everyone think something different? So that's the next layer of things that I start to do with them.
That's so incredible. I definitely know that there is a conversation you and I will be having, because it's exactly the sort of team we want to build. Is go, look, ultimately this is our business goal. I've got to be brutally honest, we're building a business, but we want those people that if you work 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. and that's your perfect time, crack on. I'll wake up in the morning till the work all done.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
perfect for me. My business will be 24/7.
Yeah.
But what works for you? How does that work for you? And how can we make it the best environment for you? That, funnily enough, I was speaking to someone else about saying that longevity of going, thanks for working for us for 20 years, 30 years, and here's how we give back the business to you guys.
Yeah, loyalty. I did something really nice with one of my clients actually around loyalty. So we introduced a kind of loyalty scheme for the staff, and it was interesting, again, just talking about perspective. So I work with a leadership team. We were introducing this loyalty scheme for people who've been there kind of 20 years, 15 years, 10 years. There's going to be these different things that they would get. So then we have this thing called the Culture Club, which is made up of different people from around the business. So we spoke to them, we're like, we've got this great thing. We're going to do this loyalty scheme. And then they were like, well, Sandra only had hers 6 months ago, and if you introduce that now, then Sandra didn't get something 6 months ago. It's not fair on her. And we hadn't thought of that. So then we did this big event that was recognising everybody's milestone from the last 20 years. So anyone who'd been there for, a 20 year, a 15 year, a 10 year, they all got what that gift would be.
Yeah,
and
so
we did a big
20
buffet,
years,
and we did a big speech.
All the presents.
They got it all.
Yeah.
And then that rolled it out, and then that got a big thing, and it was all on social media. But just that perspective, sometimes you think you're doing something amazing, but the reality is it's not going to land unless you get the perspectives of the staff and the teams within the business.
Amazing. Angela, we're going to grab all your details, the way that people can connect with you and things like that, and we'll stick them in the show notes below. Thank you so much for coming to join us in the studio.
Happy to be here. Thank you so much for the
opportunity.
Hugger? Yes, I am. Yeah. I've got the right colour lanyard on for that.
Yeah. I know. I keep looking at everyone, and everyone seems to be a hugger. I'm like, this is fun for me.
Please be.
Yeah. I'm like, it's not the cuddles today.